Good afternoon. Hello, everybody. Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us for this recipe. And today we are going to make some turkey burgers and some mini flat breads. So really, what we need is it's something that I thought it could be handy if you just want to have like little canapes over the Christmas time, or you want just something that you can make from leftovers. Although you can use also the turkey from the leftovers at Christmas if you want to make it like easier. Okay, so what we need first, we need to make the bread. And what we need for that, I have here some self-raising flour. And I choose a self-raising flour. You can use wholemeal self-raising flour, or you can use just like plain self-raising flour. And just to stop like making it easier, to be honest, that's why. And there's something else that's over the holiday time, if you have any grandchildren or children that you want to make some bread with, just for some time to have fun, you can do. So what I usually do, I'm never sure how that self-raising flour it's good unless you buy really some good ones. So I'll add a little bit extra baking powder just to make them really easy and help to get them to rise quicker. Because I am going to cook them really in short time. A bit of salt, and really the water we need, it's not like that's not a lot, just enough to make it like to put all the flour together. And we need to just add a bit of water and just start mixing it all together like so. So you just put it together, and really as you're doing it, just mix and make it like if you need in it at the same time. You don't want it very sloppy, and you don't want it too hard. You want just the dough to be nice and smooth, so you can model it as you want. And the fun with this, you can make it very Christmassy with the cutters and all that. You can use different shapes, any shapes you like, really. You can use Christmas trees, you can use all different ones, and just give it really good punch. This is a really good good way to have it. So very easy way to make bread if you don't have bread in the house, really. And you just have, if you don't have self-raising flour as well, you can use plain flour with bit of yeast, or a bit of bit of self plain flour with some baking powder and a bit of yeast. And here you go, you've got a bread here. If you don't have any of them two things, any baking powder as well, you can just add 2-3 tablespoons of natural yogurt, and that's really, you can see it's all come together, and we just need it like so. If you have space, you can use the palm of your hand and just work it out so it's nice and fluffy, just like so. Sorry, put a bit of flour and just go like that with the middle of your palm there. Once you do this, you can leave it to rest while you're making the burgers. Just to leave it to rest for to like soften a bit, so you can use the cutters and cut it up. So you can see now we have nice dough. I'll just move this bowl so I can have a bit of space to work I'll just go like that. You might say, "Oh, how do I know it's ready?" Well, you use the you might hear this the dough like going click click like when you chew the gum, like the dough. My mom, she used to say the dough would talk to you. That's what she used to say to me. So basically, that's our dough is ready. So we just need to leave it to rest, and we'll come back to it after we do the okay, we'll give it a little cover. I'll just cover it up. You just cover it up like that to rest for a bit. Then I can have it. I can do it later. So once I do that, I have to prepare my burgers. So what I'll do with them is I would use minced turkey. Really, if you don't like turkey, or you think, oh, turkey, it doesn't have any taste, like some people say, they find it difficult with no taste in it. But what we are going to do today is we are going to spice it up a little bit to give it little flavors. So we'll add. You don't have to use as much as I have here. I just, because I opened it, I want to use it up. And this about, you need 250 grams if you are two of you or something. So some onions, red onions are the Christmassy ones. Then a bit of coriander. And it's, again, the whole thing, you just have to provide, like if you don't like turkey, you can use lamb, you can use beef, you can use really any meat that you prefer if you don't like turkey. So chicken, you can use chicken. So what I'm using here, I have my magic box, and I am using spices, but I am using spices that they are a little bit more like go together with the Christmas time, and we use a lot of them. So we use ginger. We use turmeric, and we use black pepper, a tiny bit of chili, just to give it that bit of. If you have any a bit of garlic, because what you do when with the meat, if it's a meat that you find it's a bit so strong, garlic breaks it down, or give it that, like, cut it out, cut it down of that strong flavor or that strong taste. Then I have the 5 spices. If you've been to Morocco, you might use ras al hanout. That's a really good one for this kind of burgers like this. And I'm going to use 5 spice. You haven't seen this in the recipe, but in my recipe, I might have put cumin. Take the cumin out and put the 5 spices, because we are making Christmas taste, Christmas to tasty burgers. That's what we're making. Then a bit of salt, and what I'll be using with this is a bit of cranberry sauce, and really that would give it a little Christmassy taste as well, and make it like a binding agent for this. I haven't used any eggs or anything, like you see, and it just mix everything together. If you choose the mince, that's really, because this mince, it has 7% fat. but sometimes if it's no fat at all, the meat tastes not very nice. Uh, so what you can do is you can add some suet, and that would help would help it to. So you can see it's quite a bit of burgers there. So give it a good mix. I might add a tiny bit of turmeric just because it doesn't look. It's Christmas. A bit more ginger. That's the end of it. So it's really lovely. As you can see, it's all like easy to make to little mini burgers, which is I would just go like that and make them like little flat burgers. And that's the size of the flatbread I'm going to make. So you can see this really nicely done. And if you make that much and you're not going to eat it all, you can freeze it. You can freeze the burgers, or you can freeze it as this. Then it matures all together. All the flavors start to know each other more. So once you do that, it's like really tasty the next time. If you want to add a tiny bit of cinnamon as well, that would be really nice. So it's just really the Christmassy spices. That's what I call them, Christmassy spices, because that's what we use a lot over the spice or over the Christmas time if you're cooking something tasty. And it's not just like Christmas for Christian Christmas. It's for other religions when we have something like a time or any occasions that we do use that kind of spice, like cinnamon and five spices and all the star anise and cardamom and all that. So once you do that, you have the plate and you just put these burgers like so. So if you want to serve them with no bread, again, like here I am making the little mini flat breads, but you can serve them without and just make little balls and a little like toothpick or some kind of really nice toothpicks that you see in the shops at Christmas or all the time, and just stick it in, and that people could serve it, could take it with that. And you can see I haven't added any breadcrumbs or anything. So for anybody who doesn't like a gluten-free, or if they don't want anything to do with any flour or anything, that's so you can see how lovely they bond in together, and mm, so it's so lovely. Nice meat, nice texture meat as well. I think, and it's reasonably good priced as well. It's uh, it's really good. Like for turkey, sometimes you can find a turkey leg, and it's like a joint of meat, so you can cook it a similar way to a leg lamb of leg lamb. So you see, I'm not going to do them all, but just few that we are going to cook. And the smell is so lovely already, even before I start cooking it. So that'll do. I'll take this. I have to excuse me just to wash my hands from the meat, please. Okay, so that's our burgers. They are all ready and really ready to be cooked. So we'll cook them later. So for the bread now, we are going to start rolling the bread. And like I said, if you have kids, young kids, they would love this as an activity. So what you do is you take your rolling pin and you just roll it, and you can see it's nice texture and nice, really going nicely, rolling very uh, easily, soft. So what's to cook this bread, what we have to do? So firstly, for the thickness, you don't want it too thin, you want it a little bit thicker. So the reason you do that, because earlier I made some and I made them thinner, but they were a bit too thin for what I need them for. So what you can do, you can leave them this thickness. You can see that it's quite thick, thicker than a coin, like a pound coin. Okay, so we have the cutters. If you have a bigger one, this one is a bit too small. If you have a bigger one, this shape, or you have the heart shape or any shapes, Christmassy shapes, you can use them as well. And you can serve this bread also, if you make it with lovely shapes and all that, with some cheese, like cheeses and dips and stuff like that. It's quite nice. Christmas Eve is a good stuff to serve, just for. So if for the quantities, you can double up your and you can see now how thick it is, like a nice shape. So once you do that, you wanted a little small chopping board or tray or whatever, and just take it like that and put them like so, and just keep them together. So earlier I cooked some in the what I would call it skittle, because it's like that heavy pan, and I have a gas hob. But if you want to, you can cook them. You can, and I tried some on an air fryer. I was surprised. They were really good. They came up really nice, and they puffed up well as well. The only thing is, don't leave them too long, because they become really harder. So if you do use the air fryer, which is I will try and do them here as well. And the good thing about this bread, again, you don't have to leave it for a long time to wait for it to rise and all that. So let's see. I'll put that there and just roll it again and do the same. So while I'm doing, at the same time I'm multitasking, I'll put the air fryer on and we'll try it. same time, we'll just have the. So you can because why I'm saying the kettle, because you don't need oil to. It's like dry. You cook it on a dry pan, a dry frying pan also would do, but if you have a heavy one, heavy, like I said, the kettle, or it's quite good for this. But a frying pan would do. Don't worry about. Just use it. Use it. But I don't put any oil or anything. So just to say this, and that's how I cook it. Just add another two more, and then we'll see how that goes. Oh, four. So that's that. We'll just leave that bit there, and you can say now it's all done. So this, like this, that amount about 200 grams of flour to 250, and they given me about 8, 10, 12. I would say 12 to 13 pieces. So it's not bad amount. So I'll just put them there, and like you say, I'll get my air fryer, and I'll just put them in straight to the air fryer like that, and we'll see how they come up. So what I'm using here, I'm cooking them at the bacon setting, and I am. Thank you. I am cooking them for 10 to, I would say, 10 to 15 minutes, just to make sure like the dough is cooked. I don't, but I would keep my eye on them, so I don't want them to be like hard. Okay. So meanwhile, it's like all on the go. So that's our bread is all done. Now we'll move this, or it's getting cooked. We'll move this, and we'll get our meats cooked now. So for the meat, this one I could. Oops, I'm just okay. So I warm up my pan. So this just to show you what I mean by cooking on the dry. I don't really like to use this electric one on for this, but it's if you have electric pan, you can still do it. You just make sure your pan is warm, then you cook your bread, and then I'll show you how they will be like put up like puffed up, like so we are. So we just go like that with the bread first. I'll just use two here. And you leave them to start warming up. And look how they are in the air fryer. They are lovely, and they puffed up already. Really nice. So it's really good to just use the air fryer, if you see what I mean. Easy enough. So if you cook them on the pan, you want to turn them before they start to have a little bubbles. So that's what you do. You see what I mean, like that. They are. I'll turn them over before you start having the bubbles. then just leave them again and keep my eye on them. So then they've been about 5 minutes. So as the bacon, the bacon setting, and it's about 200 degrees actually on my. So just to mention it. So it's so you can see. Oh, they are lovely. So you can see them. They are lovely and lovely. And that's what you want, like the ones here. And you can open them up and start making putting the. That's good. I'll just put some more here. So like. It takes longer while watching these, like cooking like this way. But on the other hand, the other one, it's in the air fryer. It's coming on really well. So if we're lucky, we might see them pop up, but maybe not. I'll just give them a little help. Sometimes they just come up by themselves really nicely, but and that's how you know that they are cooked when you see these little marks there. Any questions, please just put them down in the chat or um, I can't see any comments there or any questions. Please. I will answer your any questions later because I can't see them now. And you can see this is really nicely done. So and so is this. It's like little ones. Um, you can cook the meat as well in the air fryer if you prefer that. So I am going to not shallow fry it, but just put a little bit of oil and fry and cook it on this one. Once I finish. Okay, so they are all done. So now what I'll do is I'll wipe my pan, push it low bit because it's high. Wipe it off. And this is I just thought I'll show you how I do it when it's dry. But these pans really they don't like dry to be on a dry heat. So once this is really warm now, so I'll take my burgers and I just put them in, and you can hear them sizzling. So you can hear all the sizzle. You just go like that. Lovely. Oh, lovely smell as well. The smell of the onions and everything is so nice. So once these getting cooked, I'll have to start organizing my serving plate. So like I said, I made some bread earlier with some brown flour, and I opened them up. And what I will do is I have some green salady stuff and a bit of cranberry sauce first. So I'll just go like that. A bit of green. Then I'll take then the meat, and you can see it's all like really nicely cooked here. So that's how you want the meat to look like when you cook it. Then you take them and you put them in like so, and you can add a tiny bit more of the, and you just place them on your serving plate. So again, bit of green. Let's put the meat first, so we can put the cranberry on the top of it. Some cranberry sauce. Oops. Like so. So really, it's all the little things that you have, and it just create your own. And I will be really happy to see the photos if you can send me photos. So, then like that. And some of these that we. So the ones that we made here are just they look so lovely and fluffy. And you do the same with the cranberry sauce. Some turkey. And if you don't want to make burgers, what you can do is you can just use leftover turkey and make similar. Just like instead of just put the turkey without having to do the burger parts. Just use it like this, and you can see now again. These are the ones that I cooked. Can you see them? I cooked them like in the air fryer, so you can see how fluffy they are. You just open them up and a bit of cranberry sauce. If you don't like cranberry sauce, use what you like. A bit of green. Green salad, anything that you fancy, whatever salad you like. If you just like lettuce, just put lettuce in. And you can see how they come really nice, like really pretty. You can put a little toothpick there with the decoration or something. Some more. Let's make another one too. You can see it's. If you don't like cranberry, I had some. Yeah, I'll show you another one. Leftover red cabbage. If you do red cabbage for on Christmas Day, that's really good for for this with this turkey burgers as well. So I have some red cabbage there that you can, how the sweetness of it, and it would be just like or you can fry some onions, red onions, and use them with that. So a bit of red cabbage. How festive is that? So you can add a bit of green stuff. So, and I'll enjoy it. So, and this is our burgers today. So, Merry Christmas, everyone. I hope you tried this recipe and I hope you enjoy it as well. It's a homemade burgers and they will be lovely and Christmassy. And if you share them with your loved ones, it can't be any better than that. Thank you very much for attending today or for joining us today. I hope to see you in New Year. Be good and have a lovely time. Bye, everyone.